the Larry Kudlow Show.
So, we heard Senator Johnson, who's a very good conservative, pro-growth, fiscal guy. He's going to run budget. But I don't know whether the party is going to help him or not, or the White House. We got my good friend, ace pollster John McLaughlin, best in the business, CEO of McLaughlin Associates. I don't know if you heard Ron Johnson or not, John. I mean, did you poll for him, by the way? Is he one of your clients?
No, we did the super PAC that helped get him elected. My brother Jim ran that,
right.
And his first race, and that was a challenge. But he's doing a great job, and I was optimistic because I know his core, his philosophy, and he listens to you. And you know, I was looking at a national poll that we published at the end of June, right before July 4th. And when we ask people what their personally most important issue is to them, it's economic issues, 46%. It's been like this since the end of COVID. They care about reducing inflation, economic growth, economy, jobs, et cetera. And, you know, the social issues are 27%, security issues, the border's gone down, it's only 15%. But, you know, requiring voter ID doesn't score as personally most important to you. So the average voter that's going to decide the midterms, they want economic growth. Because we asked in that same survey, we asked them, since the Democrats are going to vote against any Republican tax cuts for November, in order to grow the economy, the Republicans should use their majority to pass a reconciliation bill. Would you approve or disapprove pro-growth reconciliation bill that cuts waste, fraud, and corruption, would require proof of citizenship and voter ID, and expands middle-class tax cuts? Among all voters, 59% to 29%, they approve. And Trump voters, if they approve of Trump, it's 82 to 11. I mean, our base wants more pro-growth policies. And the tough part for the midterm elections is Schumer knows he can shut down growth of the economy by shutting down the government. Take, what, a half point off GDP?
Yeah, but wait a minute. You're getting ahead of the game. They have to get through this budget reconciliation business.
Right.
That's what Ron Johnson, that's his challenge. He's not getting any help. Look, I mean, look, the White House is campaigning against any tax cuts. They want a skinny bill. All right. Now, maybe you can say we haven't really worked on the president enough, and we're going to try to get through and talk to him. But what you know at the moment, Mike Johnson said this. He said this, Speaker Johnson. He said sadly, they want a skinny bill. That was his thing. Now that was for 3.0. Now that may morph into 4.0. I'm just saying here, the president. Look, I want to get the vote eligibility reform. I want the Save America bill too. But the speech he gave the other night was not a good speech. It was not his best speech. Talking about stuff, you know, whether voter rolls in Michigan in the 2020. I mean, come on. It just didn't resonate, okay? It was not his best moment. And I say that as a strong Trump supporter. You can dial up the phone book, for Christ's sakes, and figure out registered voters. Virtually no economic content, and no Iranian content too, but no economic content. Nobody.
Well, he had a list. He had a list of accomplishments, but he didn't talk about the future.
That's
and the
right.
election's about the future.
Yeah.
And you know what's missing, Larry? I miss seeing you in the White House when we go visit. And it's like, because I knew we had somebody there pushing. And you know who's missing from this is Secretary Besson. He's been excellent.
I know. I haven't seen him. I mean, look, the president, but ultimately the president, you can't just list accomplishments. You have to articulate them, enunciate them, develop them, and you're right, and then extrapolate into the future. Here's what we're going to do next. But he's not. Right. That's not happening right now, and I that's why I'm discouraged about this story. Now we all fight back, and the funny thing is funny. Ironically, the good news is the numbers coming in on the economy are very good. We had a string of numbers this week. We have falling inflation, rising consumer spending, rising real wages. Everything's rising. I'm calling it Goldilocks 2.0, Goldilocks 3.0. I don't know, something. But in terms of these budget goings on, John, I don't know. The party doesn't know what it's doing right now.
Well, the party, no, they need to. I'm looking at the polls and it says economics is the most important part. 6 out of 10 voters want to grow an economy.
Right.
And they love the indexing capital gains tax.
Right.
That would put the economy on steroids. And we need you back in the White House, Larry.
No, you don't.
We should just, but you're right. And the Wall Street Journal is right. They're just talking, there's no spending reform. There's no pro-growth tax cuts.
It's a young man's game, John. It's a young man's game. John McLaughlin, my dear pal, great pollster. Folks, we're going to take a break, and we'll do some stock market work on the other side. Goldilocks, she's back.